Welcome, everybody, to the Ball Guy and the Fat Boy podcast. I'm the Ball Guy with my buddy, the Fat Boy.
Roll Tide.
And it's a busy episode we got going on today. I know because the Fat Boy has been chomping at the bit to get on here and talk some sports.
Well, there's a ton going on there, bald guy.
You think?
Yeah, I think. And what's funny about it is there's a ton going on, but you hear that noise? That's crickets when it comes to the Cowboys. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Yeah, I have that sound somewhere in here, but I don't know which one it is. But I have the cricket sound effect that I'd love to be able to play. It just
One of these days, I mean, because that's all we've heard from the Cowboys yesterday and today at the beginning of the what I call the tampering period before actual free agent starts on I think it's the 15th.
Hey, I will say this is different than what I thought All In looked like. I really thought being all in on this season was going to look way different. And there were going to be big moves. Maybe we were going to get the old Jerry Jones that would go out and spend a bunch of money. It just ain't happening.
Right off the top of the show, I would like to start off by agreeing and quoting a very unlikely source, and that is the great and powerful Stephen A. Smith.
Okay.
What you think? Tad Prescott needs to shut the hell up. Period.
Why?
You don't know why, and we don't need to get into it, but just trust me. You don't know all the backstory to that, but just agree with me that Dak's brother, regardless of what I think about Dak, needs to stop running his pie hole. End of story.
I don't agree with that. How are you going to tell the guy that's going to be a passionate fan of the team because his brother's on there? I mean, why? We're entitled to our opinions. Why are you entitled
Well,
to
I really wasn't trying to start an argument about this. I watched the show with Stephen A. And the tight end that I always what's the tight end's name from Denver?
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, and Booger McFarland, and they had a big conversation. And Tad Prescott come out and made some remarks, and what those three said as an equal group is that the families of the player, when Tad starts speaking, 9 times out of 10, I agree with this, it sounds like it's coming from Dak. So therefore, Tad needs to shut up.
Why?
Because he's basically making Dak quote unquote the bad guy when he doesn't need the publicity when he's trying to renegotiate with the Cowboys.
Okay, that's fine. Why does he need to shut up? Even if that is a way for him to message without directly saying it.
Not helping.
How?
Well, we're not going to agree on this.
But what is he saying that you're not?
Well, you'd have to go look up the quotes. Go look up the quotes if you want to get into it. If you don't already know about it, I know what's going on. I mean, I'm sorry that you have a job and you got important things, but I've said my part. I've already got my part out there. If you need to know what he said, go look it up, and then you comment on it.
No, I'm fine with him calling the front office a joke or whatever he said. I'm fine with his comments.
I'm not.
He's a sports fan. He's a fan of the team.
It doesn't matter. He is the brother of the head of this team, and his brother, Dak's going to say this too eventually.
No, he's not.
Because it's hurting.
Well, he may publicly say it, but that doesn't mean that these aren't private conversations he's having with his brother.
Well, I will go watch the clips of Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and Booger McFarland. Watch that, and then if you don't agree with him, then we can argue about it later.
I'm not saying it's outside noise, but I mean, everybody can't tell him to shut up. He has a right to be a fan. I don't want
this much time on this topic.
Okay. I know you and Stephen A. Smith secretly love talking about Dak Prescott.
That had nothing to do with this.
Well, I'm just saying. You find a way to work him in there.
I didn't know you were going to come to the aid of that dumbass Tad Prescott. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's got to be all that.
Oh, well, I do. This is an opinion podcast. That's my opinion.
Okay, but he can have his opinion. Why can he not have his
But
opinion?
on mine and Stephen A. Smith's show, he needs to shut the hell up. He can't. We have taken his opinion away.
Okay, well, I mean, if his brother getting 40, 60, whatever $1 million a year doesn't do that and doesn't make him rah everything Cowboys, I mean, like I said, he must be really passionate then. That's what I think. So he must be a really passionate fan.
What I think is he's a DA.
Okay. Hey, but let me ask you this. Tad or what is it? Jackson Mahomes? Isn't that Mahomes' little brother? Which one would you rather have as a little brother of your quarterback?
No comment.
No, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. Which one you going to take?
Well, I've never heard no comments out of Jackson until Jackson.
Are you kidding? He's a TikTok star. He goes out on the field and makes TikTok dances like on the logos at different fields.
But Cowboys, my team. I heard the comments from Tad. I've not heard the comments from Jackson. So therefore,
you need to pay attention and listen. Then he's
I don't
more
care.
famous for making negative stuff happen for Mahomes.
You got to start off the first of the show making me mad.
That's not making you mad.
Because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring information and light to subjects that you're so single-sided on right here.
And back up Stephen A. Smith and agree with what they said that Tad Prescott needs to shut the hell up. If you need more information to find out why he needs to shut the hell up, go research it, look it up, and then if you don't agree, then you just don't agree.
Okay, well, let's say I have the information and I don't agree. Let's just say that.
Well, okay, that's your problem.
Okay. Well, how about everybody stop listening to what Tad says, and why does it matter?
Go listen to the comments from our buddy Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, if his name was Tad Smith and he made those comments, nobody cares. Why does it matter if he's a brother of somebody? We all have family. We don't want making comments on our behalf.
See, you have no context to this conversation because you didn't watch the show.
No, I did not support First Take and watch that.
Huh?
I did not support First Take and watch Stephen A.
And I didn't ask you to. I didn't ask you to have an opinion on this comment.
Hey, but if Shannon Sharp will talk about it on Club Shay Shay, I mean, I'll probably see clips of it on YouTube because he does an excellent podcast.
I was giving a generalized statement and got tackled by the bald guy because he just wanted to start arguing at the beginning of the show.
And you were bringing so much energy in, I feel like I have to be ready. I think that's what.
Well, I mean, I won't bring nothing else up unless I'm ready to fight.
What? I thought that's how you already did it.
Well, no, it's not typically, but I know now, so let's go.
Okay, all right.
We're burning daylight here.
Hey, you better bring that A game whenever you say something today. Ain't no free passes. Okay, all right. So we've talked for 10 minutes about Scott's little brother. That's great. So what else you want to talk about? Like I said, Cowboys have done nothing. If the biggest thing we're sitting here talking about is comments made by Dak's brother, a couple days into free agency, that should tell you everything you need to know about how bad it's been.
Okay. That's the first thing you said I agree with so far.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That depends on who you ask. I already know I've seen what the plan's going to be for the Dallas Cowboys to free up some cap space. So as far as where I see it, it's a bad thing. From where you sit, it's a good thing.
Okay. Because for them to get money, they have to extend Prescott and sign into a new deal in order to.
All know how I feel about that. There's no reason to beat that dead horse.
That's right. Super excited.
So let's move on.
I'm getting you a T-shirt for my birthday that says "Free Dak."
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. There you go. That's what I want. I can get you one. Free Dak.
Release him. Release him. Release.
And you have to wear that to the Super Bowl parade.
You don't understand what I'm saying. Release.
Oh, I understand. I
Let
know
go.
when I said the T-shirt.
Let him go to another team.
I was giving you a T-shirt to put on. That may be our first piece of merch. Fat Boy says free Dak. That's it.
That's not exactly what I say. That's the clean version of what I say.
Okay. Yeah. I think you used a different F word when it comes to him. But
Yes.
anyway.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. All right.
There was a different F word used there.
Yeah. So that's enough about Dak Prescott. He's probably going to get a new deal. They'll free up some money.
Well, if they don't give him a new deal, then we're not going to free up any money, and then we're not going to be able to do nothing.
I think they're kind of sitting back, waiting for all the big moves to be made, and think that they can bargain hunt, and we can dollar store fill our roster. Is what they're planning on doing.
Well, if that's what they're doing, it goes into what I said, not what you said. Then
What?
Your fictitious Super Bowl, you got Dak winning. If they're going to keep doing Dak that way, then I'm completely safe when it comes to that.
Well, I'd like for the team to. They just want to sit back and show how much smarter than everybody they are.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I can honestly say, if I wasn't looking forward to the UFL before, I am now.
Hey, they may be too. They may be trying to scout some talent from your leftover league.
Yeah, there might be several players on the Arlington Renegades. They may pick up.
Maybe. They have any like 400-pound defensive linemen on there?
Well, we'll find out. Come March 30th, we will dang sure find out, sir.
Okay. All right. So predictions on what you think Cowboys are going to do for the rest of free agency. Once they get some money.
They're going to go all in.
They said that they're all in. What does all in mean? They're already up against the cap. They're already all in.
This goes back to the show you don't support and you didn't watch. When I watched First Take with Stephen A. Smith, Booger McFarland, and boy, I had the hardest time with his name.
Sharp, Uncle
I had the hardest time.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not calling nobody Shay Shay. What they said all in their opinion on that show, and I agree with their opinion, is this. All in means restructuring Dak.
Okay.
Signing, re-signing Micah.
Are they going to sign Micah?
Or redo it.
He's not even eligible yet.
Well, that's not what the way they explained it. These were the deals they were going to do. Dak, Micah, and CeeDee Lamb.
Okay. Well, I mean, those are the big deals they have to do. So
that's what they're going to do. That's what the definition of all in is getting those done.
Okay. Well, I agree. We need those three players.
So if all in is that, then that may not be a bad plan. It just ain't flashy.
All in doesn't make you any better than last year. I mean, the biggest upgrade to the roster from
now
people on the defense coming back healthy.
We don't have a starting running back anymore. He went to Tennessee.
Well, some people said we didn't have a starting running back last year.
Well, there you go. Some people may be right. I mean, I didn't mind him, but he's gone to Tennessee. So right now, our running backs are Daddle and Vaughn.
Okay. That may be what we have to run. There's a little committee out there, separate them up. I think that's okay.
You give me so much stress. You're hurting my neck.
Oh, my goodness. Come on.
Okay.
You can let some of that stuff out. Okay. All right. So the Cowboys suck in free agency. So what else are we going to talk about?
Well, the Mavericks are flirting with the record at center. Wilt Chambers' record at center at the most consecutive points scored by a center.
He's not going to get it.
Gafford, he's doing real good. Well, if he doesn't get it, he's trying to get it. He's already broke the modern day record. Now he's going for the non-modern day record.
Well, you saw how close they let Luka get to breaking the record. Isn't he tied right now, or did he win it by one? I mean,
they were kind of rubbing the Bulls' faces in it. they were kind of making they were kind of looking like butt heads, so they took him out and gave him 20. He still had a
No,
triple.
they left him out there and let him shoot like 3 or 4 threes, and he bricked all of them.
He made one. He bricked the other two. After the second brick, they pulled him out. I watched the game. Did you watch the game?
I didn't have to.
Oh! Excuse me. You don't have to watch the game. I didn't know that was a good strategy to know what's going on in an actual game.
Oh, it is. It is.
Okay. So in the actual game, he bricked those last two, and just said, "That's enough." He made we're kind of making this look bad. So he set him down 27 points, still a triple double. So it's not a 30-point triple double.
Right. And that's okay. He doesn't need to be chasing records like that. In my opinion, he shouldn't have to get a 30-point triple double in order for this team to be good.
We already had this conversation off air. He didn't have to. He was trying to do that.
He didn't have to last night. He's been having to, and they've still been losing, and that's frustrating.
That's been changing lately. You're not watching enough of it. They're coming together. They're going to make a run. And I'm not the only one that's saying that now.
Well, I think they're going to be a matchup nightmare in the playoffs. So that means they've got an opportunity to make a run, but they need to get past the play-in game because anything can happen in a play-in game.
I agree with that. They don't need to get past it. They just don't need to be in it.
That's what I'm saying. They need to be above it. They need to be seated above it.
We talked about this as well. The only problem with that is every time we win, the whole Western Division is so good. It's so stacked. I mean, 1 through 8 are within a few games of each other, and they're all really, really good. You've got the defending champions. You've got the Warriors. You've got Phoenix. You've got now I'm going blank. You've got lots of good teams.
Yeah, you've got. Don't forget Oklahoma City, which is kind of like the upstart this year.
But we officially have the tiebreaker with Oklahoma City.
Okay. They have Chet Holmgren. You seen him?
Yeah. We have Gafford and Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. You seen them?
Yeah, I have.
And PJ Washington. Everything we did at the trade deadline was almost perfect.
I think it will help us in the playoffs. I think the moves we made will, especially if we learn how to play team defense.
Well, our defense has played so much better lately. You just need to watch more of the game, more closely on the games. Luka's defense has stepped up tremendously. And you go look at the numbers on that.
Okay, but does he still tell me that he got over whining to the referees? And
no, not over that. He's at 50. He's either 14 or 15 techs, 13 or 14 techs, and he still complains about every call.
I know his defense is better. That hurts him on defense.
I agree with that, but they've tried to coach him out of that, but he gets so frustrated with the refs because they call things on one end, don't call it on the other.
No, it ain't that they call it on one end. They don't call
it. The way it is, that's the way he perceives it.
I'm saying he's arguing to get calls. That's what he's arguing for.
Well, because they're giving other people calls, they're not giving him the call.
He gets calls. But it's one of those things to where the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and the more he whines and cries, the more fouls he gets called. I understand you have to do that to a certain extent.
I'm gonna make a formal announcement today, everybody. This is even surprising news to the ball guy, and I hate to do this to him at the last minute, but he's fit to know this. This is going to be a 2-part podcast today.
2-part, okay.
Because we're not going to
break it in.
We're not going to get everything in after Tad and this Law Mavericks discussion. We're gonna have to do another 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's how much stuff's going on right now. Okay, so if the Mavericks can stay healthy and they still get the output from their pickups from the trade deadline, I really see this team making a significant run. Now, does that mean they win a championship? Well, I think you got to get lucky as well as it'd be really good for that.
You got to stay healthy.
I think they could be in the conversation for it.
Okay. I agree with that. I told you they're matchup problems whenever you get into a series, and that's what playoff basketball is about, is matchups.
Yeah, the other night against the Bulls, we did something we ain't done in a long time. I mean, we still took a bunch of threes, but we went down low a lot. And the Bulls, I don't know if the Bulls were having a hard time or what that night, but we looked good going to Gafford down, and he was making them he was making them short shots and just really looking good.
Was that in Chicago or was that in Dallas?
Yeah, I was in Chicago. That's kind of, you mean we don't need to go into all that, but it was entertaining.
Okay.
And then our next game is tomorrow night. It's on. I think it's on national television as well. It's Golden State, so that's going to tell us some stuff. I mean, all that's going to tell us really, because you're going to get Golden State's best game. It's going to tell us where we are as far as the upper echelon of the West goes.
Do we consider Golden State the upper echelon anymore?
Well, as long as they're in the standings where they are, I do.
Where are they at in the standings?
They're in the top 5.
Oh. In what?
The West.
Sure.
85% sure. That's pretty sure.
5% sure. That's pretty sure. You're right there. Hold on, I gotta get through all this college basketball, hockey, NBA scoreboard. Here, hold on. Let's do standings in the West. Where do you think Golden State is?
I said top 5.
They're number 10.
Oh, they're below us?
Yes.
I thought they were higher than. I apologize.
The Mavericks are 37 and 28. Golden State's 34 and 30.
Well, I thought they were better. I thought maybe it's the last I was thinking of. It don't matter. I got one wrong. It happens.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm just saying Golden State's fallen off a little bit this year. You got to remember Draymond went on his little thing where he punched Nurkic or whatever, and then he's out for indefinite, which ended up being
Where are the Lakers at?
The Lakers are in between Dallas and Golden State.
Oh, so they're not above 8th. Are we still in 8th?
We're still in 8th. The Lakers are 9th and Golden State's 10th.
Okay.
And I mean Phoenix is 6th, so
8th's the play-in, right?
No, 6 is the cutoff for the play-in.
I thought 8
is in the play-in, but 6 is there's 2 play-in games. 6 and 10 and 8 and 9 play.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we've got or excuse me, 7 and 10 play and 8 and 9 play.
Okay.
So we have to get at least up to 6 to get into a series and avoid the one game.
I see.
But
and how many games separate us from 6?
Us from 6, 1.
See, 1 game.
We're game back. The Lakers are a game and a half back, and Golden State's 2.5 games back.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, no, it is.
So the Golden State game is important. They just ain't ahead of us.
Right. Yeah. No, it's definitely important.
And that's who we got next.
Yeah, and the only team eliminated from the playoffs in the West currently is San Antonio.
Yeah, because they're on a rebuild, but they got Wembanyama is a good player. Wemby's a good player.
They're 14 and 52. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's a good player. We'll see how his durability holds up.
But I've watched him play. I mean, he's salty.
They got to get a team around him. It's crazy to think none of us, while San Antonio was on their run, was sitting here thinking that Popovich would have so many down years like he has.
Well, basketball is a different beast than even in football or even baseball for that matter. Basketball, I mean, especially after a lot of people go out, it turns over fast in basketball, in my opinion.
They were good for what, like 15, 20 years.
Well, yeah, because they started off with the Admiral and Duncan, and Admiral retired. Then it was Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, and then they went through their run. And then once Duncan went out,
come in at the end, Kawhi come in at the end and help them win that last one.
Yeah. Excuse me for having to adjust myself in the seat. Okay, so does that cover our basketball NBA coverage?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that's happened? Oh, okay. So what do you think about LeBron's 40,000 points?
It's great. I mean, I'll give credit where credit due. You not a LeBron fan for several reasons. Number one, he's on one of the teams, one of the Dallas Mavericks rivals. That's one reason I don't like him. Another reason I don't care for him is because I'm a Jordan guy. Yeah, I believe if I remember correctly, you're a LeBron guy. Um,
I mean, I pretty much fall into the camp a lot to where why do one of them have to be the greatest? Why can't they both just be great players?
well, then I mean, if that's the way you feel, I'm not going to argue that point. They're both great, but if you have to pick the greatest, I mean, somebody has to be first. That's the way it's always been in my sports fandom. It's one. I mean, there's no in none of the sports I've ever watched. There's never been a 1 and a 1A. I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
one and then a two.
Okay.
So
So
in
no
that in that conversation, if there's a 1 and then there's a 2, one of I mean Jordan, to me, Jordan can never be 2.
can never be. Nobody can ever take over Jordan.
Nope.
Why?
Huh?
Because it's nostalgia for when you were young and a simpler, better time in the world. And you
No,
loved sitting on there and watching him do what he was doing.
no, because he proved it with the MVPs and the championships.
The MVPs and the championships proved it for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He's great.
How about them
My
Wizards years?
huh?
How about them Wizards years?
What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean?
What does him going to the Wizards after the
That's,
run with the
that's
Bulls?
part of his career. I mean,
He was old by then.
okay, LeBron's old now.
I think Jordan was quite a bit older when he went to the Wizards than LeBron is now.
I think
You
you need to check that.
you can look that up.
Yeah, I don't have to. You're wrong. LeBron is older now than Jordan was when he quit playing.
Are you sure?
Hey, look, man. If I tell you a flea can pull a plow, you don't ask how. Just hook him up, okay?
Him up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to look that stat up to know that for sure. But if
I'm just,
if if
I mean,
LeBron,
I don't understand why you would doubt that, but
the the first year that Jordan went to went to the Wizards, how old was
got you, man. He was born in 1963, so I mean, he's old. Let's
he?
think.
He's old.
All right. So playing career ended in 2003.
Oh, 03. Year I got married.
Okay. And he was born in 63,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay. So what's 2003 minus 63?
Are you legitimately asking the dummy in the room?
Yeah, that's 40 years.
Huh?
LeBron was 40 years. I mean, Jordan was 40 years old
When he retired
when he retired
from the Wizards.
from the NBA.
Okay. So what year did he go to the Wizards?
Hold on. Hold on. Let's look and see where LeBron is. Age, here we go. LeBron is 39. So there you go. This year, his birthday is December 30th. So he will be 40 in December.
Okay. It's actually pretty close.
He's already he just had a longer career because he didn't take the time off and
And to play baseball. Yes.
right. And Jordan went to college. LeBron did.
Yes.
So LeBron already has a longer NBA career than Jordan did.
Yeah.
And he was
Jordan has a longer baseball career. Not a good one. Not a good
call it.
not a good one, but a long
LeBron
one.
can play baseball in the off season. You don't know.
Okay.
I've seen him ride a bike.
Why are we talking about this dumb subject?
Because you didn't think you thought Jordan was so much better, and I'm telling you, at the same age, LeBron is better than Jordan was.
And that don't have nothing to do with MVPs and championships.
Well, right, it has to do with longevity. So that's what I'm saying.
Longevity don't mean a lot to me. I mean, MVPs and championships do scoring titles.
Scoring titles.
Yep.
So of course you get scoring titles by scoring points. So if you scored the most points, that would mean you were the best basketball player.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, you threw scoring titles in there just like as an after effect. So
It was kind of after.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't count as much as MVPs and championships.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know who the most thankful team in NBA history is that Jordan decided to go play crappy baseball for 2 years?
Houston Rockets.
That's right. And I got a buddy that hates when I say that because the only reason the Bulls didn't win those two is because Jordan plays baseball.
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh my God!
It may not
Don't
be.
don't be
We'll,
one of them
we'll never know because Jordan decided to go play baseball.
people. I know.
Do you subscribe to the theory that his baseball tenure was uh really the gambling punishment to where he had to get out of the league?
No, I do not subscribe to that. I subscribe to baseball is being burnt out and in the middle of a midlife crisis.
Okay. I could give you that.
Well, I can't believe you give me something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't happen very often, but I'll
It
give
does. Okay, so how much? Where are we at?
let's see. We've covered what? Basketball, football, what else do we cover? That's about it. We've covered basketball and football. That's where we're
Why we need to have another 30 minutes?
you think? Okay.
Yeah. Let's. It's gonna be too hard on you, old man.
Well, I
Meaning you.
mean, it's definitely gonna be hard on an old man, but we can either pull it off tonight or we can pull it off tomorrow.
Okay, whichever is fine with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Spread it
I
out.
just.
I don't know
Still
if everybody know what to do if we gave them 2 episodes in a week.
I still feel like I got more things to talk about in me. So
Yeah, you do. Okay, so we got time to hit one more quick sport here. So I'll let you pick bull riding or golf.
um let's do golf. Golf this week. They're at the Players Championship.
Mhm.
It's the defending champion of the Players is, of course, guy coming off the win at the Arnold Palmer, and it's your one of your fellow Texas Longhorn guys, Scotty Scheffler.
Yep.
So, and it starts on Thursday. The Players is the Players a major?
Yes.
Okay, I get confused. Oh, because you got the Masters, the U.S. Open, um, I guess the Players, and they call
Uh,
it the I call it the British Open, but the British Open. That's your 4 majors, right?
I think I'm substituting one for the PGA Championship. Hold on.
I didn't think the Players was a major, but I could be wrong. I,
The Masters, PGA, US Open, and the Open.
so the Players is not a major.
Players is not. The Players is just it's the one with the big payday.
Yeah, but I okay. So yeah, that's what it is. So that's what we have. I mean, but it's a good tournament. It's kind of like quote unquote the fifth major, in my opinion. It seems like it carries more gravitas and that type of thing. Yeah, look at that fancy word I pulled out there.
I know. Hey, careful
Yeah,
now. Careful now.
yeah, yeah. Use my source on that. Uh, but so I mean, I'm looking. I love golf. I love live golf, but I like big. I like when all the major players that have left in the PGA that haven't went to live are playing. So it'll be a good tournament. And I do expect Scotty Scheffler coming off the Arnold Palmer to be right at the top. I mean,
Okay.
he's playing really good golf right now.
He can get hot for sure.
Yeah, he was playing real good at the end of the Arnold Palmer.
So, any news on Live? I mean,
So they just finished up with Hong Kong. I don't have a schedule in front of me. I don't know where they are next and how long. I don't know how long they go between. They don't play a tournament like every weekend like the PGA does. So I really don't know where they are next and when they play next.
yeah. Well, I mean, I really
They're
want to check in on
they're
Anthony
harder to keep
Kim
up.
here.
They don't have near the coverage that of course they don't, but they're trying. They don't have near the coverage PGA does. So I don't have. I mean, I'm not as able to keep up with them as much as I am Live. But Live was a good tournament lay in Hong Kong. I really enjoyed it.
Was it?
The final was a 3-man. I think it was the first playoff in Live history.
Really?
I believe it was. I could be wrong about. I could be unless I misheard that. That's what I thought I heard. that was the first playoff they went to. So,
Okay, well that's awesome.
so it was good. I really enjoyed that tournament too. They all wear shorts and they play music one at the tournament. They they think they're woke over there, so we'll see.
They think they're
Well,
woke. What do you mean they think they're woke over there?
that's what the young people say about doing new innovative things. They're woke. I have no idea what it means.
I, I
I'm
don't I don't think
I'm
that's what woke means, man.
I'm woke every day.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Well, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. There,
Okay.
boss.
Uh-huh. Uh,
But you want to go ahead and cut this off and start another one?
yeah, no, that'll be good for tonight. I hope everybody learned a little something. Sorry I got Fat Boy all riled up at the beginning. We kind of finished out a little more mellow.
All I want to do was denounce Dak Prescott. Can't even do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna do another episode tomorrow night. Guys, come back, listen for more questionable takes from my co-host, and we'll see how everything.
Whole time.
We'll see you guys later.